We've all seen movies where advanced tech seems impossible. Flying cars, mind reading, editing DNA. That world isn't coming. It's already here.
Today, we're counting down 5 mind-blowing future technologies that looked like pure fiction just a decade ago, but are operating in labs and on our streets right now.
Let's kick off with technology number 1, CRISPR, the gene editing tool. This is true biological magic. Before CRISPR, editing genes was tedious, expensive, and messy. If you wanted to remove a typo in the book of life, you had to rewrite the whole chapter. CRISPR completely changed the game. Think of it like a molecular pair of scissors guided by a GPS system. It allows scientists to accurately snip out unwanted genetic defects, like the instructions causing certain diseases, and replace them with correct code. This isn't theoretical. We've seen successful trials reversing sickle cell anemia and certain forms of blindness. It's revolutionary, offering cures for what were once considered lifelong genetic disorders. The speed at which this research has progressed is staggering. It moved from discovery to practical human trials in less than 10 years. Of course, this power raises massive ethical questions. Are we playing God? The possibility of designer babies editing traits purely for enhancement is no longer confined to sci-fi novels. But right now, the focus remains on therapeutic applications, tackling devastating diseases that have plagued humanity for centuries. Imagine a world without Huntington's or cystic fibrosis. CRISPR makes that potential future tangible.
In 2023, the FDA approved Casgevy, one of the first CRISPR-based gene therapies for sickle cell disease.
It's a complex one-time treatment, but it marks a critical turning point in medical history.
Researchers are even exploring CRISPR applications to make crops resistant to drought and pests, boosting global food security.
The implications extend far beyond human health and into global ecology and food systems. This technology truly gives us the ability to rewrite our future, one microscopic code at a time.
It's terrifying, exhilarating, and absolutely real. CRISPR takes the top spot for biology's biggest sci-fi leap.
Moving to number 2, brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs. If you thought phone integration was personal, wait till you hear about direct mind uploading. For years, BCI was the realm of cyberpunk stories, where characters controlled machinery with pure thought. Now, companies like Neuralink, Synchron, and others are making massive strides in implanting chips directly into the brain. The initial crucial goal is medical, restoring function lost to injury or disease. Imagine a stroke victim being able to type an email just by thinking the words, bypassing physical limitations entirely.
Synchron, for example, has an implant that allows patients to control devices merely by intending to move their limbs.
These devices read the electrical impulses generated when you intend to move and translate them into commands for external devices. Neuralink, Elon Musk's venture, aims for higher bandwidth and greater integration, using thousands of tiny threads implanted by a surgical robot. Their goal isn't just rehabilitation, but eventually superhuman cognition and memory storage.
This is where the fiction alarm bells really start ringing. The ability to record and play back memories is getting closer to reality. While we're still far from downloading a college degree instantly, the foundation for two-way communication with the brain is established. In early 2024, Neuralink successfully implanted its device in a human patient, demonstrating control over a computer mouse. This proof of concept validates decades of BCI research, accelerating the timeline for commercial and medical applications.
The potential for treating neurological disorders like Parkinson's or severe depression is immense. However, security and privacy concerns are massive. If your thoughts are digitally accessible, who owns that data? Regardless of the controversy, the BCI is the definitive entry point into merging human biology with artificial intelligence. Telepathy might still be fiction, but telekinesis via technology, that's happening now. Number 3, fully autonomous vehicles operating as public robotaxi fleets. The idea of truly driverless cars seemed perpetually 5 years away. But today, in cities like San Francisco, Phoenix, and Shanghai, you can summon a car with no steering wheel, no pedals, and no person inside. Waymo and Cruise are leading the charge in deploying these services 24/7, navigating complex urban environments.
These aren't just advanced cruise control. They rely on LiDAR, radar, and advanced machine vision to create constantly updating 3D maps of their environment.
The complexity is immense. The AI must interpret not only traffic laws, but also unpredictable human behavior and sudden environmental changes.
They are required to be significantly safer than the average human driver before they get regulatory approval. The technology has faced hiccups, of course. Sudden stops, confusing construction zones, and occasional sensor failures have led to controversy. But the data shows that over millions of miles driven, these systems are continuously improving, learning from every interaction.
The benefit isn't just convenience, it's safety. AI doesn't get distracted, drive drunk, or fall asleep at the wheel.
We are witnessing the end of car ownership for many urban residents, transitioning transportation into an on-demand utility. The impact on infrastructure, city planning, and logistics is going to be transformative.
Imagine trucks driving coast to coast without needing brakes, massively cutting down shipping times and costs.
The shift requires regulatory bodies to adapt quickly, moving from rules governing human error to governing algorithmic decisions.
The biggest hurdle now is less technological and more psychological, convincing the public to fully trust a machine behind the wheel. However, once these fleets hit critical mass, the efficiency and safety benefits will likely overcome public skepticism.
This is the reality of our commuting future: quiet, electric, and completely driverless. Sci-Fi Autopilot is officially off the drawing board and on the road.
Moving into sustainable sci-fi, number 4 is vertical farming and aeroponics. Growing food inside massive skyscrapers was once a desperate solution in dystopian films.
Now, huge companies are operating multi-story farms, growing fresh produce using zero soil, right in the middle of major cities.
The main technology here is controlled environment agriculture. Everything, light, temperature, nutrients, is precisely managed.
Aeroponics allows plants to grow using less than 5% of the water traditional farming requires.
Since they are indoors, they use no pesticides, eliminating environmental runoff and delivering cleaner food.
This dramatically shortens the supply chain. Lettuce grown in Chicago can be on a Chicago plate within hours, not days. This solves the food desert problem in urban areas, bringing fresh, high-quality nutrition to communities previously lacking it.
Companies like AeroFarms and Plenty are scaling this up, creating massive industrial complexes that look straight out of a Martian colony habitat. The major challenge is the energy cost. Those powerful LED lights require significant electricity, making efficiency crucial. However, advancements in LED technology and renewable energy sources are rapidly making vertical farming more economically viable. The yield density is unbelievable. You can produce the equivalent of dozens of acres of traditional farmland on a single factory floor. This technology represents a crucial step toward feeding a rapidly growing global population in a climate-challenged world. No matter the weather outside, the climate inside the farm remains perfect for optimal growth, ensuring consistent supply year-round. We're moving agriculture away from the weather's control and into the hands of precise algorithmic management. Forget romantic rural images. The future of food is a high-tech, glowing indoor stack. Welcome to Farm City. Population growing. Finally, at number 5, true holographic displays and advanced AR/VR hardware. We've been promised floating screens for decades. While most of us still use flat screens, true spatial computing is rapidly becoming a consumer reality. Companies are moving past clumsy VR headsets towards sleek mixed reality glasses that blend the digital world seamlessly with the physical. Real holographic displays, not just parlor tricks, are appearing in enterprise and medical fields.
Light field displays, which project light directly to create true 3D images that don't require glasses, are also hitting the market.
Imagine walking through a city and seeing live data, public transport schedules, restaurant reviews, superimposed perfectly onto the buildings.
This is more than just gaming. It transforms how we work, learn, and communicate.
Architects can literally walk through buildings before they are constructed. Engineers can disassemble complex machinery digitally.
The metaverse might sound cheesy, but the hardware needed to access it, seamless spatial computers, is achieving sci-fi levels of capability. The current generation of head-mounted displays offers unparalleled resolution and comfort compared to the bulky early models.
We are only a few years away from these being as ubiquitous as smartphones, completely changing our interaction paradigm.
The promise of interactive 3D interfaces from films like Minority Report is finally here, just miniaturized and worn on our faces.
Forget 2D screens. Our screens are now the entire world around us.
This is the final frontier of display technology, bringing the digital into the physical world. Which of these 5 technologies blew your mind the most? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.